This is my 75th video. I think I should applaud myself for having I would say, the inner strength to continue with my presentations. In spite of, I'm not an influencer. I'm not being followed fully. I'm not bothered about it. It is my ideas which I like to convey to people. And then, yes, there have been a few feedbacks which encourage me to continue with this thought process. Now, I was talking about the inherent strengths of India. I repeat again, when the British left, we had nothing. Today, we have everything. We are having the second largest network of roads today, and we are building the roads in leaps and bounds. Yes, there are criticisms about potholes, bad roads, damaged after a great downpour, the unstructured roads, badly designed roads, etc. But we have made a beginning. See, once upon a time I said, a 1,000-mile journey starts with the first step. Yes. When we start on our first 1,000-mile journey, it will be difficult. We do not know the terrain. We do not know the roads. We do not know what we are going to expect on the way. Yes, we learn on the way. When we go on a hike, one day you will see the sun being there in the hike. It will be hot. And all of a sudden you'll see the clouds coming on. You will not have a jerkin to put over you. The rain starts pouring. The roads become slushy. And you are climbing up and you are climbing on a bare rock. And what are you going to do about it? You try to balance it out and try to face it out. You try to strengthen your resolve that yes, now I am facing difficulties. How do I overcome it? You don't start crying and say, oh, I'm sorry, I shall pray to the gods, I'll break 100 coconuts, I will do this abhishekam there, I will do this praying there. No. What you do is you adapt yourself to the existing environment. Yes. If there is a rain, what do? I hunker down. I don't stupidly go up the hill and say, I am brave enough to do that. No. I go to a corner, stand there, and wait for the rain to subside and the water slowly receding from it. Then I tentatively take a step forward and find out whether I will be able to climb further. If not, I take efforts to come down. We form a group, we hold hands, we slowly come down so that we are safe down rather than being caught up once again in a mire of water or slush or slipping on the rock, breaking our knees or twisting our ankles. All these we are wary of. When we take so much of careful study and we are not able to appreciate a trail which has been used very many times by us also, just imagine a terrain which you are not aware of. A terrain filled with obstacles. A terrain which has no substantiated support systems. A terrain where there are no lights. You don't have anything for your support. But you have crossed that terrain, and today you have reached heights which we are challenging the world with. And some countries are so jealous of India today that they are putting impediments in the growth of India. That goes to show what? The inherent talents of Indian business, inherent talents of the resilience of the Indians, and the bravery of the Indians to stand up to challenges. That is the most I'm trying to bring out slowly, what I wanted to bring out. That unless we face challenges, we will not be able to understand our strengths. Everything, when we grow, your father gives you the everything and you don't feel the strain and the stress. But when you go to a job, you have people who are more knowledgeable than you, who are more capable than you, but you have tried to, and there are peers whom try to put pressure on you. and there are bosses who bully you. There is nobody to protect you. But you come out of it, you strive, you work, you try to put forward a brave face, and then when you come out successfully, you are the happiest person. And not even when your parents hear about, they'll be happy. But who's the happiest person? You. Because you have achieved what you wanted. You have survived, you have fought it, and you have come out working with the system, not against the system. With the system, inside the system, and successfully walking and using the system. Now, that is what we should now take it up as a challenge. Today, I wanted to start when I spoke about Indian economic development. Now we are in the crosshairs of business in the world. Why do I say it is a crosshairs? Because of the reason today we are buffeted by a new world order which was never expected at all. Nobody thought that we are going to reach this stage of business doubt, this stage of business challenges, and this stage which will hold the world to ransom. Nobody expected it. But today it is there. We have to face it. We can't run away from it and we can't hide our faces and say, no, no, no. We can't cry. We have to face the challenges. And that is where we have to bring all our inner strengths forward to fight the cause. What am I talking about? Yes, I am talking about the new regulations which have been imposed by the United States. Well, we had a good going for 20, 25 years because of the what you call the new world order which was prescribed that each country will do this best and deliver it to the another country which does not have that facilities. It was growing good. Well, the world survived, the world grew, businesses grew, and everybody was happy. But all of a sudden, we have this troublesome spot. There is something which is happening in the world which I do not know anybody has studied it. There have been indications, there have been hints, but nobody took it seriously or in depth they did not make any analysis of that. What is it I'm talking about? Yes, there was a hint. Oh, the US deficit is going high, is growing every year. And we do not want another 2008 bubble. Neither does anybody want a 1929 crash, market crash. So they are looking at it. Slowly everybody got worried. Oh, what is happening? The deficit is ballooning, and today we are looking at a $38 trillion deficit. And if it goes beyond, keeps on growing at this pace, someday the dollar, which is the reserve country of the world, if it collapses, just imagine what will happen. Nobody applied their mind, nobody applied statistics on that. They were discussing it in corridors of power, they were discussing it in corridors of hushed silence. Nobody thought of what will happen to the world if the dollar start reaching, slowly going down its worth. Nobody applied their mind on that. And today, that has come out, is blown out of proportions, and everybody is worried about what is going to happen, because the action taken by the US is, in my opinion, good for the world, good for the US, but I would say it has been handled, it has been mishandled, and it has been handled, it is ham-handedness is what I would say. It is not, I'm saying it is not bad for it is not bad for America, it is good for America. Because one currency leading the world gives us a stability. But that should not cause concern for a period of time. If that causes concern, that concern should be addressed. We can't let it loose and talk only in a very indifferent way and do not apply our mind on that. Unless we think, sit together and apply our mind on how to control not losing the value of the dollar. That has happened today. People are getting jittery, people are getting worried, and then that I'll continue with the same topic again.